Okay, ladies and gentlemen, shit just got real. What's up, everybody? It is a Blue Drake, and today, I'm pretty sure that the whole gaming industry is going to be kind of revolutionized in the next couple of months, whenever the hell Fallout 76 gets released. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that's a controversial statement because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset about this, but I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to be straight up. I'm just not. Hopefully that doesn't make people mad, but this is music to my ears. This is what I have wanted for an eternity. So, Fallout 76 is officially confirmed to not just be an online game, and luckily not an online game. This is again my opinion because I wasn't a huge fan, but that's only because I'm not a fan of the genre, not because I thought it was a bad game. It's not going to just be a massively multiplayer game like Elder Scrolls Online, which I was not a fan of, but it is going to be an online game of Fallout similar to Rust. Now, a lot of people have said that this is frustrating because they're like, oh, they're just ripping off Rust. But, like, even if that were true, A, I don't care, and B, if you're gonna have a ripoff of Rust, doesn't a Fallout ripoff of Rust, a game that has never had proper multiplayer, ever make a lot of sense? So, this is what's going to be happening. It's going to have more information announced at E3, which we're going to be covering like a hawk, which is incredibly exciting. But Fallout 76 is going to be an online game that is going to still have a lot of the traditional single player elements that the previous Fallout games had, such as storyline and different quests that you can do, but it's also going to have what appears to be most likely a free for all kind of style of survival, which means that I mean, okay, I might be getting ahead of myself here, but one of the coolest things about Rust is Rust kind of like naturally created a bunch of like clans and stuff that would create their own bases and have their own, like allegiances and whatnot. Oh my god, almost like actual Fallout lore. So you actually might have a game that ends up being more like Fallout because the players are naturally already acting like how Fallout players and how Fallout NPCs would act. That I mean, could you imagine this? Can you imagine having like a player-led like super mutant camp versus like an NCR like base versus I don't know, maybe you build like your own vault or like you have your own megaton or like whatever. Like there's so many options, so many things that could potentially happen here. So and if it really is like Rust, if it really is like Rust, like the amount of roleplay potential is huge. Like I can imagine YouTubers creating like their own oh my god, like it just is just now hitting me. You could have YouTubers like create their own lore. Like you could have like think about that. When you're going around Fallout 4 and you're meeting all these wacky characters and all going to all these wacky places. That's now going to potentially be player created wacky characters and places. Like, you could have like a player create his own like Vegas strip or something like that. Or just and I'm actually also really interested to see what the character creation is gonna be like. Like, is everybody gonna just be a normal person, or are you gonna be able to actually be different? Like species or different drastically different characters like different mutants or possibly even robots. That would be amazing. But this is really incredible to me. This is exactly what I've been hoping for. This is exactly the kind of game that I think I would love to play on my channel with my community because that's all I like to play is games that I can play with my community. I don't like playing single player games. I get lonely and it sucks. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I really like playing games where we can and honestly, I know there's been a lot of games like Rust out there. I never really played Rust because it's kind of more of like an indie game and it doesn't really have that attention that somebody like Bethesda could potentially put into a game like that. Don't get me wrong, like Rust is obviously great, and I haven't really even played it enough to have as much of an opinion on it as other people probably could. But I still think a lot of people can agree that if you actually have like a AAA studio like Bethesda take all of their power and pour it into a game like Rust, like think about how much content there's going to be. Like think about how much, oh my god, Like, that's really exciting. That's really exciting. And I want to say that I called it. I kind of called it, didn't I? Didn't I kind of call it? Like, we had that live stream and I was like, I bet they're going to announce something significantly different. Like, they have to, right? They have to. And if it's also, think about, oh my God, think about that too. Somebody said, isn't it still on the creation engine? Oh my God, it is. It is, right? Didn't we decide that it's on the creation engine? Which means this isn't just a Fallout multiplayer game. This is a creation engine multiplayer game. I wonder if this is going to have mod support. This could set, if this is actually multiplayer in their engine, because look at this. What does it say? Originally prototyped as a multiplayer version of Fallout 4. Boop. With the goal of envisioning what an online Fallout game might be, Fallout 76 has evolved quite a bit over the past years. So that means a multiplayer version of Fallout 4. That's not like, oh, we're creating like a new game and then making it like Fallout 4. Like, this sounds like they actually prototyped multiplayer in Fallout 4, which, as we've seen from the modding community, is possible. It's hard, but for a AAA development studio, like, the hard is not really as much of a question compared to like a couple of people in their free time. Like, it's definitely accomplishable. And if that's what they've done, this could be actually a multiplayer game, not just in the Fallout universe, but in the Fallout 4 engine. This could be like the next evolution of the creation engine. Like, imagine if the next Elder Scrolls game, like whatever comes after Skyrim, and I'm not talking about ESO, the next proper, what if that's actually going to have multiplayer? That could be huge. That could be huge. This is all just like rushing into my brain right now. This could be huge. This could be one of those things where even if it's not huge, it'll still be huge. Because this is the first time Bethesda has ever attempted or even openly admitted that a multiplayer version of their games would even make sense. Even though the community has been begging for something like this for forever, and even going so far out of their way that they create their own. Like, you guys saw the New Vegas multiplayer prototype. Like, that was actually possible. And that's without even having access to the full source code of the game. They were able to still create something that was networked. Which means it actually is... This could be Bethesda finally giving in during that entire time when everybody was saying, hey, look, not only do we want this, but this is possible. And then they actually looked internally and were like, okay, well, let's give this a shot too, because at this point we're embarrassing ourselves because the community is sitting here making better networked versions of our own game than we are, so we might as well try something. This could be that. This could be that. And this could set a whole new bar. A whole new bar for Bethesda games, and not just Bethesda games. I'm not talking like, oh, just like Rage and, you know, all the other, like this specific series of Elder Scrolls and Fallout. This could be a whole new era for for those two franchises. That blows my mind. This is going to be amazing. I'm about this. This is the kind of, if this becomes what I think it could become, this is the kind of stuff that my entire channel would very gladly become about. Like, seriously, I would be all about this because it would probably work really well for streaming. I would enjoy it significantly because I love Fallout, but I hate playing single player because I get lonely and bored. But I love playing with my community, but I like playing with my community where I can live stream and not get like stream sniped in ways that are obnoxious. Like, imagine if we, you know, like we could make like a DRK fortress on some map and like have that. We could create our own little culture inside the game, and then people would like pilgrimage to our place, either trying to like kill us or raid us and stuff, and we'd have to defend. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about this. This is really exciting. This is really dope. I'm still really mad that they made 140,000 people watch a freaking bobblehead. But why do I keep saying bobblehead? Bobblehead. But this is so incredible that I don't care. I don't care. So you're going to see a lot more of this from me. I hope you guys are excited as I am. If you're not, that sucks. But hopefully you are. Okay, talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.